What's good, what's good, what's good? Here we are, another awesome episode of Con Puros Compas podcast. Su compa Carlos Rodriguez.
Sí, su compa el Bardo, but it's not only
An
another
awesome
episode.
one. Yeah, it's not just that.
It's the 100th awesome episode.
Felicidades, compadre. Hijo de la chingada. ¿Quién lo iba a
It's been
creer?
great time.
¿Quién lo iba a creer?
I knew.
¿Unos honguitos para celebrar?
Not
¿O el
today.
viernes?
Un churro.
We're gonna
churrito.
wait for 101. Our guest is right. Un churro.
Un churrito, sí.
Un churro.
Es justo y necesario, como dijo el padrecito.
Lo prendemos.
Préndale. Atízale a la chingada. ahí,
Victory
compadre.
joint.
Yes.
There you go.
One of many hundredths.
Yes. This is joint like number 5.
We want to thank you guys. We only smoke for you, by the
This
way.
is- yeah. I haven't smoked all year, bro. This is the first high of the year.
I'm taking a little bit of a everyday smoke break, and I only smoke on Wednesdays
Yeah.
and Fridays and Mondays,
Don't forget Tuesdays.
sometimes Saturdays. You know what I mean. But para todos los que están ahí viendo a mi compa Junior Hernández, saludos. Para todos los que siempre se reportan cada semana, saludo para Estela. She actually said we don't shout her out. She's going to send us a bouquet of flowers. No bouquet,
Que sean de estas.
pero que sea esa pinche flor verde.
Sean de
A huevo. Salud para todos ustedes. Thank you very much. It is our 100th episode. We are very, very happy to be doing this, to keep doing this, along with the Hongueros. We have an Hongueros on Friday, our next episode.
101 is going to be really good too.
101 is EDR Day, Escuela de Rancho Day, EDR 19. Así es de que pónganse atentos con ese. Y pues todos los invitados que hemos tenido, muchas gracias por ser parte de los 100 episodios. Mi compa, antes de empezar, hay que darle la presentación aquí a los patrocinadores. A mi compa José y Javi López, que ayer incluso hablé con José. They're about, I don't even know if I can say this, but fuck it. They're about to sign a lease on their own brewery.
Yes.
So Casa Humilde about to be opening their own shit.
Yes.
Congrats to them. I don't even want to congratulate them yet, but
Oh, you already did.
I did. I fucked up.
Congrats.
Congrats anyway, bro. Pero
Yes.
we're going to bring them on as soon as they do get the lease, and we're about to start doing some episodes out there for the Guac Pod next season, and we're also going to be doing some live videos at their new brew spot. So, muchas felicidades a los compas de Casa Humilde que estamos,
Son del pelao los quemados.
son del pelado los quemados. I got a Marina, mi compa es hombre, he's got a piñata,
Lo piñata.
and AK got a little media naranja.
Yes, sir.
Salud para ellos, salud para mi compa José Cermeño, Roscoe Village, Damon and Roscoe, mufflers for less.
Go get your fucking muffler fixed.
Váyanse a
Freaking.
chequear el mofle
De atrás.
y con este pinche frío. Vayan ahorita con mi compa José Cermeño, mention con Puros Compas Podcast y les da una mentada de madre, por lo menos. Así es de que cáiganle para allá. Damon and Roscoe, mi compa José Cermeño, salud para él, que también es un official sponsor, ahora sí.
Oh, yeah.
Con Puros Compas Podcast. A mi compa Julio G, narcartoons.com.
Go get
Hoy
it.
no tengo. Oh, you got it.
I got
He
it.
got the Narc Cartoons hat
Yes, sir.
with the little bag. I like that bag on the side, G.
That's fire.
Yes. Narcartoons.com. Go get your merch. We actually just mocked up all of his hoodies and some fleeces for him.
Sheesh.
Some crew necks. So, and obviously
ready.
we got all his shirts. So, go check out my compa Julio G. He's got that new La People shirt.
La people, yeah.
So check that out. He's got a lot of new shit coming out, bro. So mi compa Julio, felicidades para él. También official sponsor aquí con Puros Compas Podcast. Y a mi compa Georgie, que anda allá en Houston ahorita. Video guy, mi compa Mechudo, mi compadre Fry. Aguacate Chicago.
Yes, sir.
Ordenen sus playeras. There is no minimum order. You can order one shirt. We don't give a shit. We'll print it. Hoodies, whatever you guys want, bro. Estamos puestos, compa, con un calcetín. Aguacate Chicago, manden la orden.
Yes, sir.
Plugs.
Hell yeah. You know.
No se vaya a pagar esa madre.
No, ya.
Ahora pues.
No se asuste.
There you go.
Hay que presentar a la invitada hoy, bro.
Yes, sir. Which is crazy because this is one of the first guests that we really don't know. So the 100th episode, something a little different, something special. This is special.
You even put the glass tip on that shit.
I put the glass tip on.
Bro, va a
I
pensar que
seen
es,
that. I was like, okay.
va a pensar que somos de la high, bro.
No, pues
No
sí
mames.
somos a la verga.
Hijo de la chingada, está pesado, Cuando dijo, vas a sacar el glass tip, dije,
No, it's because I ran out of tips, so I'm like, I knew you had one. I'm like, let's put that on there.
We want to welcome our 100th episode guest. Alguien que nos llamó la atención porque she is a cannabis activist, compa. Igual que nosotros.
We are too.
Igual que
brother.
nosotros. Así es de que
Smoke it. You got
let's
it.
do it. Anybody out there that's also cannabis activist, hit us up. Es de los nuestros, güey. La camisota bien puesta. Hijo de la chica, quiero toser. Queremos dar la invitación para Ana Karen, mejor conocida como AK47. A huevo. ¿Cómo está, Ana Karen?
I am high. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But I am actually very, very honored, and that's very exciting. 100 podcasts. That's awesome. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of work. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And it's our honor as well because, like my compadre Bart mentioned, I think you are technically the first guest that we have no connection with, so it should be interesting. Y pues empezamos basic as fuck, o sea, cuéntanos un poquito de everything that you do, because you do a lot of stuff that de lo poquito que veo on social media, you know?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to get to know each other. So let me know what you'd like to know.
Well, we are interested
And
with
the brand.
the what?
The main brand.
The brand, of course. How the AK47 come to be. Cómo nació. How pretty creative. I at first thought it was a back of the yards thing. Apparently it's not. So how did that come about? Your brand.
Okay, so yeah, my name is Anna Karen. I go by AK or AK47. And so that's kind of how the brand's name came about, right? AK47. The brand name is AK47 for short. So just a full disclosure, I'm a mother of two. I'm a Latina. I'm actually an immigrant. I was born in Mexico. So
¿De dónde eres?
de Zacatecas. Yeah, Puros Zacatecas.
Oh,
I can't wait to go back to the motherland because I am still not a citizen. So, you know, it's you know, that's just some of my background. Work a 9 to 5, have a couple businesses, and I'm a cannabis activist. And so how like the brand started, you know, I've smoked weed for X amount of years, and what was it? When they had just legalized, there you go. I couldn't find the freaking word. When they had first legalized cannabis here in Illinois, I was actually going to the Cannabis Cup that weekend. And for those of you that don't know what the Cannabis Cup is, it's an event. At the time, it was held in Michigan. And so I was going to drive out to Michigan, and I was going to go to the Cannabis Cup. And then I realized, or come to find out, that we legalized recreational marijuana here in Illinois. I'm like, wow, like I need to rep my set. I need to go to this Cannabis Cup, and I need to represent Illinois, but mainly Chicago, right? But a little bit of both. And I'm like, okay, because we just legalized it there. And so I hit up one of the homies, shout out Cool, who had his own brand at the time. I didn't have a brand, right? Keep in mind, I didn't have a brand going to the Cannabis Cup. And I'm like, hey, I want to design something that I can wear to this Cannabis Cup that I'm going to. And I wanted to like give, you know, Chicago and like Illinois and cannabis. And so he's like, what are you thinking? So I sent him something what I was thinking. He put it together, and it was exactly what I wanted. And so I go to the Cannabis Cup. I take this picture, and I have friends, and they're like, yo, where'd you get that shirt? And I'm like, oh, well, I designed it, and the homie like put it together, and I just slapped it on a shirt and wore it to the Cannabis Cup. Damn, I want one. Like, you know, where can I buy one? And I'm like, well.
And it's actually the shirt you're wearing. You said that you're wearing today, right?
Yes, so it's actually this shirt. It's the Windy City tee. We have the state of Illinois in the front with the pinpoint, with the marijuana pinpoint on Chicago. And then in the back is a skyline with like a blunt in between the skyline.
That's one of the high rises, pretty much.
Yup. And then on the bottom it says Windy City. So it was like the perfect thing to wear. And so the homie was like, oh, yo, people are asking me about your shirt, because he had posted it, or I had tagged him, reposted. And I'm like, damn, people are asking me too. And he's like, well, have you ever thought of selling it? And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, run it. Like, if you're down, like, I can help you. And I'm like, okay. And so at that point, it was a collaboration. We put it on the site, and off the bat, like, we ended up getting like 100 pre-orders.
Damn, shit. Hell
First
yeah.
drop, like, I was like, whoa. And he was like, whoa. He's like, man, I've been designing for like 10 years now. And like, you just sold 100 shirts on your first drop. And I'm like, I didn't really know what that meant, but I was like, damn.
Damn.
hmm
That's really good.
Fuck yeah. I mean, it's the first time ever. You never done it before. It was literally just a shirt that you were making for yourself to rep. And for it to, just boom, people liked it.
Yup.
And that's how it was born then?
That's how it was born. And then after we got this done, right, we had to, you make merch, right? So you know the work that goes into making merch, bagging the merch, shipping the merch, getting it to the person that bought it, right? So we did that for 100 orders. And then people were still asking about the shirt.
Wow.
And so he's like, you trying to run it back? And I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay, another 100 shirts.
What?
So that summer, I had a lot of my friends just sending me pictures and videos with people wearing the shirt, like at Fest. Chicago in the summer gets crazy. So, I saw it like in a lot of places. People were tagging, me with them wearing it in Mexico, in, like other states, going to Colorado, and like being in the mountains with this shirt. And I'm like, holy shit, this is cool.
That is badass. Wow. Fucking 200 shirts y un madrazo, compa. That's hard.
Yeah, well, it's hard, but like when it's meant to be, like if that's the one people saw and they dug it, it's the one that's gonna take off. You never know.
And also, it's something that you designed, primero que nada, for you. Like, it was, it came out of you. It came out of, like, your heart, per se. Like, salió de la imaginación, and it worked out. It's nothing that you tried to do to sell it. You just did it to do it.
Right.
Yeah. That's the genuine, beautiful part about it, I think.
Right. Yeah.
That's nuts, man. Y ya de ahí, has hecho how many drops? Has it been, like, a lot of drops since then, or no?
Oh my goodness, I have lost count. I've
Really?
done so
Nice.
many drops, like a bunch of shirts. I've done shorts. I've done accessories. I've done socks. I've done gibbets for Crocs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I
think
started.
saw the 420 one. Right?
Yup,
Yeah,
I did like instead of the 100 emoji, it's the 420 emoji.
I saw it,
So I slapped it on a gibbet, keychains, and then it just kind of like after that, I was like interested. I was invested. I'm like,
Hell
this
yeah.
is cool. And before, when I was younger, I used to purchase like merch that like kind of had that type of vibe. Like I said, I've smoked for plenty of years now, and I would like buy A$AP Rocky shirts. I would buy Wiz Khalifa shirts. Like those were the people that I would listen to, and so I would go. Then Amazon became a thing, and I would go on Amazon, and I would just see the like lamest shit. Sorry, but it was just so lame. I'm like, I can't wear that. But I wanted to represent who I was. So then after putting that out and realizing that people really fucked with it, and also were like trying to rep that, they're cannabis activists or they smoke weed, I'm like, damn, this is so cool. Like, I want to give this community that. So then I started dropping other shirts and just dropping a bunch of shit, ashtrays. It's a variety for sure.
So how long has it been now that the brand?
That started when we legalized marijuana, 2019?
Shit, right before the pandemic. But you got really busy during pandemic then.
Yeah, so during the pandemic, because I had a lot of time on my hands, I started creating a lot more. And I also even had a Hotbox podcast.
Okay.
So I would get with the homies. A lot of them are entrepreneurs or did something that was just different, like creatives and stuff. And so I would get with them, hotbox a car, and just talk about like business and what they do, and like kind of just in that way break the stigma. Like, man, look, these people, these individuals smoke weed, but like they're more than just weed smokers. They're
Yeah.
DJs. They're photographers. They have their own brand. They're parents. So it's pretty cool.
And
to
then
learn about them.
where did the you're the designer to everything, right? So like where did the artsy part come out? Have you always been artistically inclined, like to draw or to like design things?
I love art. I've always been very. I think I've always been very artistic. As a child, I was that person, like my coloring had to look right. Like no outside of the line bullshit, okay?
Doing
My
the
shit
lines
was
all hard and
legit.
shit.
Yeah.
And then softening the soft filling and shit.
When I think about somebody like
Yeah, and so I've always been around art too. In high school, I had a lot of graffiti artist friends that I was always around. And then just growing up, it was more, museums. I love going to museums. So I think it's there for everybody, but some are exposed to it more than others, or they
True.
find it quicker more than others. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my belief, but I feel like everybody's a creative some way,
some
somehow.
way, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right on that. Es nomás de seguir rascándole a algo que le gusta a uno and shit.
Yeah.
Like my compa plays a triangle. I keep
Oh,
telling him
yeah.
to follow the dreams. I've been
Bart.
trying to convince him to join the music. Pinche segundero,
The cowbell.
baterista,
The
algo.
cowbell.
The
Spit some
cowbell.
bars, Bart.
Spit some bars for sure. In music, you're not into music. Are you cantas o tocas o algo?
No canto. I do love music. Like I like everything, every type of genre. And my daughters, one of them, she plays instruments.
Nice.
So I have two daughters. One of them plays, the only one. She plays the trumpet, and she's been starting to play the piano.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit, that's
she has a
cool.
good ear. So
Nice.
I'm excited.
I do see
Hire
you-
her.
Yeah, right. Que se venga. I got a piano.
Sign
Right, I
her.
got a piano right there. Well, yeah. Anything music. If she's interested, if she, in the future, con confianza. I mean, we do have a lot of talented young people here
That's
that can offer a hand. I'm not that musically great, but there's a lot of motherfuckers here that are good. And then I do see that you do events also, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Because
so,
those catch my attention as well. Because
Okay.
everything is cannabis related in a sense.
Yes, everything is cannabis related when it comes to AK47. And so like everything that I have done is tied to cannabis.
Okay.
So from the designs to the events. So the events started this past year, in 2023, or maybe 2022. Yeah, 2022. And I just at that point was like, okay, I wanted to level up. I'm like, okay, I have all of this information. I was taking like classes, cannabis classes in college, like online. So I was learning a lot about the laws and just different things. And so I was even more passionate about it. And I'm like, man, I want to educate others on it. Like, yeah, I'm making merch and technically, breaking the stigma by, no, not necessarily breaking the stigma, but the people that do buy the merch and they're, use cannabis, they're just, I guess those break the stigma.
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
We're putting
okay,
it out there.
Uh-huh.
Right.
right.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and there were people that would purchase the drops that I would never like have thought that they'd smoke. Like I'm like, oh, I didn't know that person smokes, but you bought this shirt,
Right.
Like, and so the events, I'm like, yeah, I want to do something different. I started with, I believe it was an educational panel. So it was for Dia de las Madres, and shout out to the moms.
Hell yeah, shout them out.
And so it was Dia de las Madres, and I was encouraging people to bring their moms. And so we were going to call it, the name of the event was Mother Mary Jane. And so
that.
we were going to talk
I
about
like
Mother Mary Jane. And yeah, so it was just the purpose was to educate, well, everyone, but mainly people's moms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing, right? Because in the Mexican culture, I mean, the other day we always kind of jokingly talk about it that being a marihuano is a lot worse than doing coke in a sense. Like
Yeah,
at least in
it's
Mexico, it is.
normal.
Yeah, like
Or being
yeah,
an
tu tío.
alcoholic.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah,
alcoholic.
like it's like how can you smoke on camera, but dude, everyone's drinking. Like every old picture, your dad, your uncle, te tiene abrazado y tiene una pinche Budweiser.
Una
Güey. O
chela,
sea,
yeah.
yeah, and or even a cigarette, which is worse. But I think that that stigma in the Mexican culture is fucked up. It's very old school. I think it's catching up to everybody. Obviously,
Yeah.
the newer generations are kind of modernizing that pensamiento. But man,
It's hard though.
It's tough.
My mom was on that too.
Yeah.
She's like, no más estás fumando. And I'm just like, if only you knew this keeps me sane,
Yeah.
lady. Like,
And then that side of it, the medicinal way or the fucking psychological way of it. I get it though. It's not for everybody. There are people that do get a little bit way too fucking paranoid or too anxious or whatnot, right? It's just not for everyone.
right.
Pero when it's for you, it's fucking great. Like you had a long day, like fucking just smoke a little bowl. You don't even need a whole joint. Just
Right.
a couple good fucking bowls, you're good.
Yeah.
But-
It's the way you use it too. Like, and now, now we have more information on this. So there's like, the percentage of THC, what kind it is. Like, you kind of is like choosing the type of medicine that you need for whatever it is
Correct.
that's, wrong.
Even if you're totally ignorant to like not know shit about it, you go to dispensaries and these bud tenders, they're just like, oh, I don't know shit. All right, well, what do you need? Ah, pues que me duele la rodilla, güey. We got this great fucking lotion for you.
Right.
Like, damn,
You
all
don't
right.
even need to smoke it. You can
No,
just
yeah,
apply
yeah.
it,
Ya nada de que
little
hay que echarle
gummy,
marihuana a la pinche, al
Al
alcohol.
alcohol.
No, ni madres. Déjale traigo crema de marihuana a la verga. Hell yeah. Or gummies, just fucking fake it. Dude, I've been wanting to do a Thanksgiving with the family and just be like, no, pinche chocolatito. Sin decirles que viene
Just don't give
bien
him the
hongueado,
mushroom,
güey.
yeah.
Just don't give him the mushroom.
Everybody, bro,
the
I
mushroom
think
one is cool
everybody
too.
would be so happy, güey. Maybe a little quiet, but
In the beginning,
first,
a
but
little.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
But
nonstop
happy.
laughing.
I think
No
more of
fighting.
that, more of that is needed. Yeah, no fighting for
Hongueros
sure.
de Culiacán Christmas
Edition.
Thanksgiving edition.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do that shit.
do it.
Let's surprise everybody in the family. No, but that's good.
You
That's
do
why
it first.
Yeah,
Record it. Make
my
sure
dad
you
will
record
fuck
it.
me up, man. It's still at my age. You're like, get mad at us. It's just crazy. But that is something that I seen. Like you did. Like I said, I was impressed just because, for me, it was something new to see within even our circle. Even though we've been doing bailes for endless amount of years, even though we've been in the music for endless amount of years, our whole life essentially. Pero in the music, I feel that my compadre can maybe like attest to it. But I was one of the very first guys that I made this very popular, like the fucking smoking hand, and we would smoke. We were out there. Y era muy nuevo. Like nobody wanted to be out there as a bothead. So when I started seeing your thing, along with like La Posada Verde, along you just recently did, I think, like a yoga thing. Was that also involved with smoke? Like you had smoke, then do yoga, or how was that?
So I do a variety of events. So the Mother Mary Jane was an educational panel.
That's
and then-
cool. I like that.
Thank you. And so I also started doing events. What did I do? Oh, so then at that time, after Mother Mary Jane, me and a homie started a run club, which is
Right.
Runners High. So Runners
Sheesh.
High is a 420 centric run club. Shout out to Carlos, that's the other founder of Runners High Chicago. We got together. We ran what was it, an 8K. It was the turkey trot for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So we earned our plate that day. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
And so we were like, yeah, let's link or whatever. We link, we smoke, we run this 8K, and then we talked and we were like picking at each other's brain. That was like the second time or third time I've seen him, but this was the first time we actually like talked and had a conversation. And we were like, he was telling me about his business, I was telling him about mine, and then he's like, I had also started an elevated book club. There's just so much behind AK47. Like I had started with an elevated book club. We just smoke and read. So during the pandemic, it was virtual, and then at some point, I had everybody.
But everyone's reading like at the same time? Same book?
Yes, same book.
Okay.
So we started with the 4 Agreements. I'm not sure if you've read that one before.
Yeah.
Fire. Favorite book. If you haven't read it, please read it. And so we started with that. We'd smoke. I'd get in my car, and then we'd read. And like people would actually want to read. And I'm like, whoa, this is so cool. So started that. And then when I was telling Carlos about it, he's like, man, it'd be cool if we'd start like a running club, like a 420 running club. And I'm like, dude, I'm down. I run and get high all the time. Like during the pandemic, that's when I started running.
Damn.
I would smoke, Google some trails, and I'd just go by myself. And he's like, dude, I smoke and run by myself too. And that's when we realized, like, yo, we should like,
Dude, we're best friends.
yeah, like we're besties.
Did we just become best
Yeah.
Literally. And so then, yeah, that's how that started. And then, so with the run club, meet every Saturday at 9 a.m.
How deep is that club now?
It's been growing a lot. So, depends on that week, but we always have like now more than at least 20 people on a Saturday. But when we host events, it's like 50 to like 80 people. I think we've been there.
I thought it was cool. Like, you motherfuckers are stretching and shit. Like,
Yup, exactly.
like
Push-ups. Push-ups, and then victory
Oh,
joints at the
push-ups.
end. It's like, it's all a vibe. So we get there, we do that, we run, and then we start our Saturday, and it's pretty dope.
Fuck. And how many miles do you guys run usually?
4.20.
I like what you did there. I like what you did there, bro.
So that's the average, but like we encourage anybody to join. So if you can't run that, it's cool. Like you can hit half of that and then hit it back, and you don't have to run. You can walk, you can jog. We're just having people to come through, get active, and because that's big. Like health is wealth. So, and we're trying to break the stigma. So like our slogan is like, get lit, get fit, break the stigma.
Like that.
I like that. Stop using masola, please. Leave that shit. Damn, that's awesome, man. I like that. I like that everything with the smoking. I like that running. And how long have you been doing the running again for? About?
That started in that was probably 2 years ago.
Shit.
Yeah, I think we just celebrated 2 years. And so then as we started doing like a monthly schedule, meetups every Saturday at 9, we then started hosting events too. So we started doing like health events, indoor events, because in the winter we don't run when there's like snow on the ground.
Okay.
So we started doing events. We've done yoga sessions. We do consume, or like we've just recently had one, and we had what was it? We had a tea, so we couldn't smoke in the facility, but we were able to drink it. And then that was cool. Yeah, we've held a lot. And so with AK47, it being its own entity, that has held like other events like the Posada Verde. Right. That was one of my recent ones. So the whole thing behind that was having a posada that was a 420 posada, right, for stoners. Yeah. And so we had at this bar down in Archer, Zoe's Patio. And it was cool. We had a couple of DJs. I had a piñata. I put some weed in there, some good Mexican candy. Jeez. Dude, it was fire. We had munchies, so I had like I think I had the mini conchas. We had ponche. Like, come on, you can't. The posada you go to has to have ponche, conchas, all the
It was
goodies,
it. Yeah.
And weed now.
and weed now.
The
Bro.
best part.
Bro,
What a fucking posada!
hell yeah.
Damn.
That's how they should
Why don't you
always
tell me
been.
about this, dog?
I had just
Why
seen
did
it.
you
Right?
not tell me about
I think
this?
I saw
You
it.
knew.
No, I think
You
I saw
knew.
it once. Like
It was the part of the
there was a
recap.
Sirreño, right? Yeah, I seen.
So yeah, and then I had a grupo Elegancia. They pulled up. I've had a Stoner de Mayo. So for Cinco de Mayo, it was Stoner de
yeah,
Mayo.
I had seen that too.
And it was kind of similar. It was just a little different. It wasn't no ponche, no conchas. Did I have conchas? No, I had churros.
Fuck.
But
As
have
good.
to have the munchies. Have to have the good music.
You've done like movies and joints or some shit or something.
Yeah. So in the summer, I started Stoner's movie night.
Stoner movie night.
So I would play every Thursday night. I'd have like a movie that was kind of like 420. We watched Friday After Next, Pineapple Express, of course. Yes. So
Favorite movie.
people would
Is that
pull
your
up.
favorite Stoner movie?
Dude,
What's your
Comedy?
favorite?
Comedy?
I think Pineapple
Yeah.
Express too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
comedy,
Really?
comedy-wise, for me, because I'm a stoner.
You
Pineapple
guys don't
Express
fuck
is
with
the shit.
Half Baked?
Yes.
yeah, that's
I played
classic.
that one too.
That's
Half baked.
classic. That's classic.
I think
That's
that's,
a classic
better.
for
I think
sure.
that's better than Pineapple Expressway.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of Pineapple Express.
Oh,
Me too.
man.
But I will watch Half Baked anytime in time.
Fuck
you know,
yeah,
Yeah.
way.
for sure.
That one we played too. So it was cool. Like people just pull up and different people. Like the people there were just, I never seen them before, some of them. And some were homies, obviously. Shout out to the homies pulling up. But just a variety of people. I pushed it through Eventbrite, so I think it caught some people there too.
Oh, okay.
People that were like, "Wait, what? A Stoner's movie night?"
Yeah, that's pretty cool. No, that is cool. When I seen that, I like that too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's another good Stoner movie? It's old though. Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke.
Oh yeah.
That's another
Yeah,
good
that one's
fucking
good.
song. Movie.
I didn't play
A
that
good
one.
Stoner movie. Damn, compa, ¿ya se va a chingar otro?
No, it's the same one.
Oh, the same one.
It's
Bro,
about
I had
that,
like
güey.
this little cough,
pretty
güey.
good.
No mames, güey. Como que me cayó
Como que
bien,
chill.
pero que me estaba... Well, don't
cayó bien,
chill,
pero
don't
mal.
chill, pero... Yeah, and then I also was checking out something that was cool that I thought was cool on your page. You just recently held a treintañera. Was that it? Your treintañera?
Yes, it was
Dude,
my
what the
treintañera.
fuck?
I just
Oh,
turned 30
yeah.
in November.
Normalize it.
You're gonna
right?
normalize it. It's like
Oh,
everyone's
yeah.
gonna be doing it. Watch.
Dude, yes, it's definitely something that like I really enjoyed. I think like hosting a treintañera is actually better than a quinceañera.
Did you have quinceañera?
Yeah.
I never had a quinceañera, so
See,
that's why I
so
threw
that was
myself a
yours.
treintañera.
There you go.
Yeah,
Oh shit, man.
yeah. So
I like that.
I had
And
a
then-
bunch of padrinos, madrinas.
I was gonna say,
shout
do
out
you
to
have?
y'all. Dude, I thought it was crazy. Like I had to put that
is
together
awesome.
under pressure. Actually, that's how I came across you.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so I came across your Instagram because I wanted. So I had thought about this treintañera in the beginning of last year, and I'm like, oh, this year when I turn 30, I want to do a treintañera. And so like mid-year, I'm like in the summer, I'm like, dude, I want to have it at like a rancho.
Mm.
I had already had hosted like the Stoner de Mayo, and those type of events. So I've had grupos go to these bars and play. Shout out to Grupo Elegancia, La Organización, Viciado. So they played and it was cool because people were like, hell yeah, smoking weed and then going inside for the music and everything was like, a vibe. And so for my treintañera, I was like, dude, I want to do that, but like at a rancho. Like I want to do a rancho. And I came across Los Guzman.
Rancho Guzman.
Yeah. So
Shout out.
Shout out, man. Yeah,
yeah,
mi compa Luis.
is that where you host?
So that's where we do Cantarito Guzman.
Okay, Cantarito. Are you behind Cantarito Guzman? Or
Yeah,
like
so
you
I
manage it.
I organize all the entertainment, the music, and everything
Okay.
for the owner, and well, yeah, technically run the entertainment part of it for him.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I may have like searched Rancho Los Guzman. Somebody had told me about it. And then I may have came across your page. And then I think I inquired. I was like, yo, what's up? Like, I'm trying to host a treintañera. And then after that, like, I didn't have time to host it in the summer. I ran out of time, got too busy. And I'm like, oh shit, my birthday's like in a few months. I have to step on it. So I found another venue, and then yeah, I then put that together. So
You had like everything in the big dress, valses, ya madre, like vals, pinche baile sorpresa. What did you exchange for las zapatillas and all that shit? Like, or was it all the same technically?
So no, not the very same, but I try to mimic as much as possible. So I did have a poofy dress, but because I was turning 30 and not 15, I had a shorter poofy dress.
Okay.
And then like my favorite color is black, so my dress was black. And so it was more of like a grown, like type of quinceañera, right? Because it's a treintañera. And so, and it was a little different. Like, I didn't want your traditional, like, sitting down on a table, chismeando and judging everybody. Like, I was like, nah, we're not doing that. I had a whole program.
So you didn't have that big-ass table lined up. You had chambelanes and all that stuff?
I had a chambelan, my little brother.
Okay.
And then I had 2 damas, my daughters.
Awesome.
And then I had a surprise dance with them. So that was nice. I had live music. That was cool. I wanted I wanted the music to be like a quinceañera. Like, I wanted all the fucking cumbias. I was like, play all the cumbias, like all of the hits.
Yeah.
So I had they're called La Sonora Chicago. Have you heard of them?
La Sonora Chicago? I have not.
So they kind of cover like La Sonora Dinamita.
Right.
And I'm like, fuck yeah, we need that shit. So I hit them up. And they've played it with La Sonora Dinamita, I think the trumpet player, the one that started the group. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, you're hired. You know which songs I'm talking about.
Hell yeah.
He played all the songs. The trumpet guy.
Yeah, it was like a group of 9 people. I was like, oh, shit. Okay, cool. Legit. So they were there, and La Organización also was there, and Grupo Viciado, because I had used them for before, so they were there, and then there was like 200 plus people there.
Damn.
It was a decent party. I wish I was an attendee, but fuck it, I was the host. I was like,
that's badass.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Y de ahí como no te han mandado como mensaje like, hey, you know what, I fucking organize my treintañera, like I want you to run it for me or anything like that.
Hit me up.
Yeah, hell yeah. Because you did everything. You organized every fucking thing, right?
For the most part.
It ain't easy.
Oh my gosh, it's not easy.
Yeah.
And for that many people, like, holy fuck, I don't even think.
La comida y todo ese pedo, huh? I mean.
You don't think half of the people ate?
No, so I thought it's smart. I'm like, nah, I got to think this smart. So I went without a meal. It was later at night. I'm like, y'all better have ate at home. Yeah, y'all better eat at home. I told everybody. Yes. If not, that's your fault.
Hell yeah.
So it started at 8, and I did have appetizers. So a lot of my padrinos and my madrinas, a lot of them have their own business. So they either have restaurants. Shout out to Taco Sur. I don't know if you've heard them, had them before.
No, I haven't.
Taco Sur? No. All right, you guys need to go.
Yeah, I heard it.
Are they the one on 31st or not?
Yes, okay. I think so, 31st. So
Pulaski.
they had some appetizers there. Shout out to Pizza Angelo's Stuffed Pizza. Yeah, we have pizza. So Angelo's Stuffed Pizza. Pulaski. Novel Pizza. They're going to open soon. They're in Pilsen, establishing their stuff. And we had sweets. So shout out to Cake Bros.
Nice.
Do you know who Cake Bros is?
I mean, I know they're on Archer.
They were on Archer.
Okay.
So now they're in, is it the town of, I think it's Berwyn.
Okay.
If not Cicero.
Oh, yeah, on 26th Street, I think, no?
Yes.
In Berwyn and 26th Street?
Yeah. They bake all of my daughter's cakes. So I hit them up, or she hit me up. She's like, please let me be your madrina de pastel.
Dude.
And I'm like, dude, hell yeah, run it. Like, what better person? I'm like, you know?
Ironically, I was about to order a 4-tier cake.
Ironically, I was going to hit you up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she was like, let me be your madrina de pastel. I had a madrina de corona. I had other padrinos that also bought like stuff that they made. I had Carlos, who is the other founder of Runners High. He has his own business. He's Up Elevated Cocktails. So he
Nice.
makes drinks, and he was there. You know, you want an infused, you want a cerveza, like what is your vibe?
Damn, that's cool.
Hell yeah.
Had a smoking lounge in there. So there was dabs. Shout out to Mojo's 420, aguas frescas, sangria.
Todo, güey.
Agua,
Estaba
sangria.
todo covered.
The
bro.
whole
Estaba bueno el
shebang.
beach party.
Tienes buenos padrinos, tú.
No, pues sí.
Tienes buenos padrinos.
For real. Hey, padrinos, be ready. I'm going to be on Sunday knocking like mi domingo.
Hell yeah.
Y mi domingo.
Damn, that's a good
That's the
Y'all
beauty
fucked up.
padrinos to
Y'all
have
fucked
right
up.
there.
That's the beauty of it right there, G.
Every Sunday you go.
I thought you were going to say, padrino, agárrense porque voy a hacer una cuarentona.
Yeah.
La pinche.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
No, but no, it was a time for sure. There was a real horse there.
Damn.
So I don't know if you've heard of him, but it's a dreaded cowboy
Oh yeah, do they?
with the horse.
In the hood, yeah.
Yeah,
the
he's
black
in the
dude.
hood all
Yeah.
the time. He's in
Oh,
the
black
expressway
dude?
too.
Yeah, the black dude with the
Oh,
dread.
shit.
Yeah,
yeah.
he was there.
Dread-headed cowboy.
Dread-headed cowboy.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's my guy right there. I used to share.
That
all his
motherfucker's
shit.
always on 94, güey. Going hard, güey. Clac, 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 clac. Puteando el caballo a la verga.
That's
pero-
fucking cool.
He was there. My run club. It's funny because we met on a Saturday.
Don't tell me he comes on the horse to run club.
Fucking right next.
He should though. Pull up.
Yeah.
He should. No, so he or I told my run club, I was like, man, I was looking at some TikToks and I seen this quinceañera come through with a horse. Like, if my entrance is not like that, I didn't do that shit right.
Damn.
And so, I was just fucking around, and they were like, they took it. They got together. They, hit up dread-headed cowboy, yup. And then, they were like, oh, there's a surprise at 8:30. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, yeah, just go announce that there's a surprise at 8:30 to get ready. And I'm like, what the
Damn, that's
fuck?
fucking cool.
And sure enough, I go downstairs and there's a whole fucking horse there.
Damn,
And dread-headed cowboy.
Next party, if I don't have fucking dread-headed cowboy there,
Bro,
my padrinos worn out shit. Man.
send that motherfucker a message, man.
My padrinos were not sure, he said.
Hell yeah.
Yup.
Fuck, that is cool.
Yeah, so we had it was a fucking time. I'm telling you, like the drinks were like nonstop. Like I don't have any family.
What's the name of his company? You
Which
said
one?
The drink one?
Elevated cocktail?
Up Elevated
Up
Cocktails.
Elevated
Yes.
cocktails. Hit him up.
And-
Sounds
yes.
fucking cool.
Yeah, hit him up. He definitely brings a whole experience, and he's done so much. So
Damn.
Yeah.
We're going to have to hit him up for the pod. Shit.
Come through right here.
yes, hit
Hell
him up for the
yeah.
pod.
Oh yeah, bring him through.
Yeah, and so because he made it happen. He's the one like dread-headed cowboy.
Damn.
He's the other cap, and he was like telling he hit up the crew like, yo, we should get a horse.
That's fucking awesome.
That is fucking. I mean, it's very.
I rode the horse.
Original.
By the way. Hell yeah.
I was gonna say,
I was like, I gotta
did you
get
end
on the
up getting
horse.
on it?
Hell yeah. Me and my kids were on that.
You said you broke it though?
No.
Oh, you
Rode it.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought you said you broke
Damn,
it. I was
Bart.
Like,
that's
damn,
fucked
Bart,
up.
fuck, bro. We just met her, bro.
Talking shit.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. I'm sorry. I was just making sure that's not what you said.
You're fucked up.
Like, was it a pony? Like, what do you mean you broke that shit?
Nah, it was. Got some miles on it, though, like you said.
He's on the
Motherfucker be
94.
on 94. That's high mileage, right?
He's got
That
high
wasn't
mileage.
me. That was wearing tear.
Yeah, yeah. That is fucking.
Oh, well, you never know. I'm just
That's fucked up.
Well, regardless, it's original. I mean, it's original in the sense that you got that dude to do it.
that is
'Cause, I mean-
fucking
At the
best
Treintañera,
part.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
we
best
had it.
part of
We actually had it at back of the yards.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's this venue, Effortless venue, Effortless headquarters, and it was really nice. It's 2 levels, and the bottom was more of like a quinceañera, like it had the chandeliers, the like, it gave it that like the quinceañera rooms. ¿Cómo se llaman? Banquets. There you
Okay,
go.
okay.
Banquets, and so at the top it was a loft. So I'm like, I want the top.
Oh, that's cool.
So I was giving it that vibe, like this is what I want. Like it's
Yeah.
a more grown treintañera. So we ate, we danced. had a whole program. Like, I didn't give people the time to choose me. I like, nope. I told everyone, make sure to wear good shoes because we're gonna dance. And all of my cousins pulled up from Cali. Like, that was cool.
Nice.
So are you not originally from Chicago then?
No, yeah, I am from Chicago.
Okay.
So I was brought to the U.S. when I was like 9 months, I think.
Okay.
9 months, and then I've been here ever since. So a lot of like I have family in California. I have a lot of family in Mexico that I don't even know. I have a few family members in Texas and stuff like that. But because they're out there, it's just me, my mom, my siblings, and my kids here. That's it.
Okay.
So I don't have any other family members here.
¿Qué primos que la chingada nada de eso?
No. Yeah.
Tíos, tías.
No.
Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah, so shout out to my fam. They all pulled up for my treintañera. It was like 20 of them
Nice.
that flew in.
Nice,
Yeah.
Nice.
And then like I said, there was like 200 plus people there. At least for sure 250.
Mm.
Mhm.
Damn.
Sounds like a good time.
Fuck yeah. Did you just like make like an event? Like and just invite did you invite 250? Did you invite like a whole shitload? Like how did that go about?
I actually knew all of these people.
Awesome.
Like, and they're like actually really good people. Like, I knew that like the people that I invited have been part of like my life journey in some way, somehow. Like, you know, like we made that connection, whether it was like when I was a teenager or when I was just a kid growing up. So it was a lot of like those type of people, or even newer people too that I had just met, and I'm like, man, you're a good vibe. I want to be, you know, friends with you or like connected to you, and like because you're the type of person that I want in my life, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so the energy in the room was fucking so cool. Thank you all for coming. That was cool. It felt so good. And so like, yeah, it was just like 250 people. Like they had their plus one. But I even said like the plus one, I need to know the plus one. Like I didn't want any randoms at my treintañera. Like
Yeah.
I wanted it to be like, yeah, I mean I have 250 family members, but these people do feel like family.
Yeah, yeah. It's so like even though it's 250, it's intimate 250. Like you know
Yeah.
exactly. ¿Quién está ahí?
Oh, okay. Damn, Bart.
Tú préndele ahí.
But yeah, that was so much fun. Just it was cool. And like the padrinos and the madrinas, like they were all like they have their own business and they were more than willing to be like,
Yeah,
look,
that's
like I make desserts, J Sweet,
Yeah,
shout out
fuck yeah,
to
they
you,
came through,
fire.
man.
Let me be
Let
your
me bless-
madrina. Or I
yeah.
asked them like, hey, would you like to be my padrino or madrina? And they said yes. And it was like they gave all of the vibe. And I
Yeah.
was a little nervous. I was like, fuck, I usually control everything. And because everyone was bringing their own thing, I was like, fuck, like,
Oh, I see.
I'm nervous.
Yeah. So, how about I'm gonna take you a little bit back. In the family, does like being an entrepreneur does it run in your family? Did that just happen like the way you explained it, almost like accidentally, where you just designed something and then you're like, oh shit, let me keep doing this, or did you at one point unconsciously maybe see it, you know, through your mom or through an uncle or someone else? I don't know that. Que te interesó the business aspect of it, because one thing is to like design and to be, you know, artsy, but then I also think that there's another switch where you become a business person and you're just like, all right, well, when did that turn on for you? Other than obviously, you know, dropping and fucking selling 100, but you could have just not designed anything else after that. After
Right.
that, you know, that design slash business switch turned on. Like, how did that come about for you? You think?
Yeah, so that and it that's a great question. Like I haven't had someone ask me that actually. Um I feel like so at the time prior to me even designing the shirt, I had started going back to school. So I went back to college and I started taking some classes and I started taking business classes.
Okay.
So after taking business classes, one of my first projects were like, you know, build your own business plan.
Mm.
And just think of like something that you'd like to open or do and like put together a business plan. And so at the time, I'm like, damn, like I love coffee. I would love to open up a coffee shop. So at some point in my life, when I retire or whenever it is, I'm going to open up a coffee shop. And so I'm like, damn, I want to open up a coffee shop. And I'm like, man, I want to open up an infused coffee shop. So that was my business plan, opening up a infused coffee shop. And so I think that was also like lingering in the air as I was also like designing the shirt and shit was popping off. And but I have had my mom tell me like, oh, like you're just like my dad. Like he was such a hustler. He would do this and that, and like he had his own business and stuff like that. And my tia Pati, rest in peace, both of them. She'd say like, oh, like she would always sell things, or she was like very businesslike, and I'm like, oh, that's maybe where I get it from too.
Hell yeah.
Running the family, for sure.
You know, I've been dabbing, going down the rabbit hole of like ancestral DNA stuff, and like you know, more than anything, like trauma. I guess you could say, fucking ancestral trauma. But I also believe that, you know, the business chip is sort of in the genes as well. Like,
Oh, for sure.
at some point, somebody in the family was like a good salesman. I mean, just anything, like a showman. Like, you know, I don't have, to my recollection, any like music inclination with my family, but I do have an uncle that was like a show guy. Like he just era un animador, like, but he wanted the spotlight, and then, you know, just start going back, and that's why I was intrigued. I'm like, all right, well, it's cool. You did a drop, you sold a couple hundred shirts, but when did the rest come in? Like, you know, right now you said, oh, I did the 420, like the 100 emoji, like. As simple as it is, it's still creative, and somebody had to think about it. You know, like how did, you know, I'm just curious as to how that came about with you.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is for you, right?
No,
Oh,
for
did you
him.
smoke?
For a part.
I'm good.
You
right?
hit it? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and I think also like as a kid, I remember like having to go to the Swaparama with my parents to
Okay.
sell things there.
Ah,
And like, yo, my dad would walk away, like, what the fuck? You know, like he'd walk away and people would come up to the table and be like, how much is this? And I'm like, damn, I don't know. You know, but I had to like figure it out because, you know, we're having a customer here. Customer
yeah.
service is, you know.
well, that does bro, low key, that does a lot for you. I
Yeah,
think.
fuck
Hell
yeah. As
No-
a kid,
no
you know.
choice.
And having to wake up at 4 a.m, you know, go with them, make sure to get a good spot, and sell things to make ends meet, like as a child. And then I remember also like having to sell socks with my mom. She would like buy bulks of socks and sell them at the streets. And I was like a little girl selling socks. Like
Yeah.
because I knew English, she'd be like, "Diles que si quieren calcetines," and I'm like.
Hell yeah.
So having my own kids, I'm like, ooh, you know, like it changes you. You're just like, damn, like I went through this and like I don't want you to go through this. And it's, you know, and it also built character
Fuck yeah, build character like
and
a
that
motherfucker.
business, you know.
And hustle, man.
That hustle.
That hustle. At the end of the day, that almost the hustle is a big factor in all this. Yeah, because you're a hustler. Like you do a lot of stuff, and I mean, first of all, now I'm also impressed with now like your time management. You know, being that you're a mother, that you have 2 kids, and you have your 9 to 5, 8 to 4, whatever it is, your daytime job. So I mean that in itself is impressive as it is with handling the time. Y para encontrar tiempo para ir a correr y la chingada, y no mames. Mejor me acuesto un rato a la chingada. Está cabrón. Bro, it's
Snooze's alarm.
hell yeah,
Yeah.
props.
No.
I mean, do you have, what else you have coming up in the near future that you might have planned? Any new drops or any new events? So fuck it.
So
Another
Bart can stop
cool
bitching.
green posada. Yeah, so this guy can stop bitching at me for not inviting him.
He's like, another posada. Nah, that's
Yo,
till
me
next.
pasé de verga.
A Valentine's Day or something? What you got going on? Anything?
So Valentine's Day is actually right around the corner.
Yeah.
Right now, like I started the year off a little slow, just a little, because I also have like Runners High events, right? So there's something coming up for Runners High in the first weeks of February, and then this month I just had a lot of personal things going on. I just started a new job. My daughter's birthday
Congrats.
is coming up. Thank you, thank you. So that's my 9 to 5. It's like, you know, it's a different job. It's like in the professional realm. in that type of like
Where they use glass tips.
yes, where they use
I
glass
like what you
tips.
did.
Yeah,
Bart
yeah.
knows was good.
Bart's
See?
kind of profession.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah, so it's more of a it falls along the lines of a prestige job. So that's something that I like do from 9 to 5 from Monday through Friday, and then again being a mom of two, not just one, two, very active little girls, and yeah, I mean time management, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's really really hard. Like right before I came here, I had to like cut a gordita in half, and I'm like, oh shit! Like I went to my house really quick, because I also worked today and I had other things to do, and I went home. I changed from my professional job clothes. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Takes off slacks.
And then you found out it was a YouTube fucking podcast.
Then I found out it was a
Valiendo
video
hair.
podcast. I'm like, I gotta do my hair. Fuck. So I was doing that, and then I cut the gordita in half, the frijoles, and I fucking sped over here, and I'm like, okay, cool. So just time management shit.
No fucking no creative blocks. Like you don't get like little you know stuck?
Absolutely, yeah. No, I think every creative goes through that. I don't think I've ever talked to one that hasn't, even if it's for a shorter time.
Right.
I feel like it's also needed. Like sometimes you just have to like not think of anything because you think of so much. Because how are you gonna think of even fresher ideas? And sometimes it's just good for you because you just need that.
Yeah, like a restart in a sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Well, I think for sure we're intrigued to fucking go check out your events. Especially it's always, pues aquí nos queda pinches 10 minutos where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, anything else in that realm of fucking
Nah, come for a run.
run?
When's the next one?
No, we're not running till like maybe. I mean, when
That's
the
why I
weather's
said it
right.
because I know it's cold outside.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I know they're not
He's like,
running.
they're not running.
That's why he's asking. I like that. You're fucking smart, compa. Ya ve, güey.
Or is
Es
smart.
cabrón usted, compadre. When are you gonna run? I may be interested.
I'll go to the
not
next
today.
one.
Next
like
one,
June.
4 months. All right. Sounds good. See you
I'll
there.
see you there.
Wow.
Nah, I'm definitely
Wow.
down. I mean, anytime
For
I
the run,
ran,
go, but you're down for it?
anytime
Alright.
I ran, I always smoke before I run.
I know that's a thing, right? Like the other day I was talking to Robert. Shout out to Primo. He smokes before,
The gym.
during.
During.
He takes a break.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'll start playing basketball, then I'll go to the car and smoke. And after,
Yeah.
like, nah,
Damn.
Primo, te está pesada la chingada.
Well, he's there early. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
He's there before 5 a.m.
He's there all day.
He's there like 4 a.m. every day. So
Fucking
he got time.
4 to 4.
Yeah, he doesn't
got
have time,
No, he's in there.
and he's doing it every
Well,
day
that's
for.
cool. He's doing it too. Shit.
Yeah.
Smoking and doing it.
Yeah, I've always thought that was. But I did hear like a couple of the podcasts, maybe on Rogan, way. Like people say they smoke and they fucking work out
Work out.
afterwards, and I'm like,
It helps. Well, it helps me.
do you feel a difference?
Yeah, for sure. Everything's like beautiful. The run, you're just like.
Is there not like less lung capacity because of the smoke? You feel or no?
Mm-mm. We've had runners who are now friends who have had asthma, and they thought that they would not be able to run, especially smoke and run.
You're right.
And they've ran a bunch of miles with us. He's one of the core members there now.
High as fuck.
High as fuck running.
He don't
Running
even
it
think
up.
about
Used
the
to have
asthma, way.
He forgot about
Yeah, güey,
that.
se te olvida la verga.
Have that shit.
Te dolía la rodilla, güey.
Mhm.
Ya no.
Right.
And there's been others who like have never ran a day in their life, and I done
Running.
Damn.
running it. Who ran marathons?
Well, you signed up. Nigga. You already said
You
I'm down.
already.
You
I'ma
said
hit
I'm
you
down
up.
for the next one. That was your
I'ma send
exact
you the
words.
schedule. DM.
Send it.
Jeez.
I'm down.
I'll pass, güey. Ustedes graben.
I
Yo lo veo a la chingada.
Saludos.
Saluda, güey. FaceTime me. dude.
FaceTime you while we're on the
FaceTime me.
run.
FaceTime me while you're running, güey.
There you go.
I'll be there at least in fucking
Moral
technological. Well,
There you go.
You're rooting for us on the
Fuck
FaceTime.
yeah. Well, yeah, out of that, the running is interesting. I mean, even when I seen this last one with the yoga, I was trying to figure out, like, damn, they fucking found a spot where you can smoke and yoga. That's a shit. Pero pues drinking, it's fucking probably even better. just a different high, and all of that shit. I like it. I like the book. I didn't even know you had the book club. I love books. I mean, that's something también que
That's
da muy
cool.
chingón. It's like
Yeah.
people don't do it enough, you know?
Yeah. And even hearing other people read, like you're like, damn, like everybody has a way of reading. It's a different voice and it just feels like fucking it's cool. Like especially when you smoke. Like I think smoking just kind of like opens up like your mind a lot more.
I'll be honest, I don't think
Definitely.
I've smoked and fucking read, compa.
Bro,
No.
you what?
No.
Oh my god, you should.
Tonight's the night.
I really have not.
Where's the
I'm
book
trying.
at?
I'm trying.
Tonight.
I got tons in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, I don't think I've ever. My book reading is usually done early in the morning, when I used to work in el downtown. Pues el pinche tren, güey. And then
Same.
en la casa en la mañana, pero pues I gotta smoke and it's got to be a different story for sure. It's for sure a
What
different
different
fucking story, way. Yeah, because right now you said, oh, hearing other people talk, I imagine it comes off as different because, yeah, you do have your own inner voice,
Mm-hmm.
and then you hear a different fucking voice. It's a different story.
It's a whole different
Yeah.
thing, yeah. Kind of like a podcast, right? Like we're all talking, but we're saying different shit. and different
Sort of,
voice.
but
Sort of,
in a
yeah.
book, you're actually
Yeah.
Yes.
telling a story, you know?
Mm-hmm. Everybody's in that story, in that like world at the
Correct.
same time.
Yeah,
Which
the
is cool.
characters that they're explaining to you is the same
They're
one.
interpreting it
Yep.
in their own way. You
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
Hell yeah, way. I'm gonna have to try it.
Yeah.
¿Le entra o no le entra
book
ese?
club.
Book
al-
club? Come on,
do
Bart.
it. I'm signing up for everything today. All right, running club, book club.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it
Look at
all.
you, a whole new man.
Treintañero. You had your 33. We should have done something then. You're Scottie Pippen, G.
God
Oh, fuck
damn it.
yeah.
Your Jesus year. Yeah. How about that? Are you pretty religious or no?
Yeah, I'm religious.
Yeah.
I mean, I think to a certain extent. Like I grew up a Catholic
Mm.
and like, the whole in our culture it's like huge, right? Religion is huge. Persinate, you go
crazy,
to
right?
church and this and that and the other. But I personally don't believe, this is just me, my opinion, like you are a good Catholic or, a religion, religious person
Mm.
if you don't go to church type of thing.
Yeah.
I pray and all that, and like I believe in a higher power. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I don't want to say like, oh yeah, I'm religious. I go to church every weekend. Like no, I don't. I'd lie if I said that I would, but I don't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, compa, you're a big believer in the. Este way siempre dice like, I just believe you don't have to go to church.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
he's everywhere. Or,
You know.
and then I always say,
We're God. I feel like everybody's God.
yeah,
But
in
that's
a sense, yeah.
mhm.
I always say like, I always kind of like people know me because they talk shit when. Is it called talk shit? I don't know. Like they say gracias a Dios.
Mhm.
Like I kind of like smirk, like really. Like one guy.
See, oh, yeah. I'd be that person.
Yeah. So I'll
I'm
be
like,
like,
gracias a Dios.
gracias a los de
Si Dios
arriba.
quiere.
It's.
You know?
I think it's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Copa means aliens. So
Huh?
when you say you mean it, you're talking about the aliens.
That too.
I believe in aliens too.
Yeah.
There
They're
you
the
go.
creators, G.
Mm-hmm.
They're the fucking main dudes. No,
They'll
pero
take us out.
they'll take us out whenever. We're fucking like,
Like that.
I'm tired of these guys. Just like the dinosaurs. These motherfuckers are too big, way. Let's
That's
wipe
what
them out.
aliens said?
Dude,
Yeah, that's
wow.
what the
Wow.
aliens
Big.
say. Yeah, we
Fuck
can't.
these motherfuckers.
These fucking guys are
Nuke
not
'em.
doing shit. They build these dumb pyramids. Let's go. Let's get some humans in there, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, yeah, I think everything that you do is badass. I mean, we do want to check more shit out, and then any new drop that you might be having in the future, igual, let us know. We would want to do more podcasts with you. Whoever else you would want to bring, you want to bring Carlos, anybody that's kind of doing cool stuff. Like I told you in the beginning, like for us, it's just a big thing of being a progressive smoker, I guess you could say, as a great excuse as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Pero más que nada, pues para así put it out there like to the people, like, hey,
Yeah.
we smoke, but we ain't low lives and shit. Like,
Right. Yeah, that's cool.
we're very
I love
passionate about something, and why not? Why not showcase other people that are progressive and successful at it too. You know,
Yes.
porque it's very important to highlight us in that sense. All of us, like it just we don't give ourselves as much credit. I feel.
Yeah, no, I agree. I used to be like, not that I would be fully ashamed, but I would feel guilty, you know? And as a
Correct.
parent, like even worse, like a lot, like Latina, you know, a mom, a professional, like I would be so like, oh, like I feel so guilty. Um, but then I would ask myself why. Like this is me, like this is what helps me. Like why should I be ashamed of that? And then like, you know, but I don't know. It feels good to be able to break the stigma and then do all of this and like just educate others and have people also do the same thing
Do
because
you
it's gonna
get
take a lot of us.
do you get much like or did you get maybe or still now get any kind of clapback or any negativity from like close friends or family or you know how tough was it with like your mom if you don't mind me asking like that in itself being that you are a mom I only bring it up because we just recently did one with the we have like a pod family
Mm-hmm.
and hay unas muchachas que se llaman chingonas talk about it they also have a podcast and this subject came up you know because one of them has a daughter that's like a little bit on the older side like 16, 15, and we came up like you know how are we gonna act if our kids want to smoke you know like
Right,
you
right.
know how are we as parents gonna be with that you know
Mm-hmm.
how do you feel about that
So, I actually I've had people ask me like, "Oh, would you let your daughter smoke?" And you know, and I'm just like, I mean, I think that if there were anything like if they were utilizing it correctly, then yes. And also like I think uh like as long as they do what they gotta do, like and they're using it, not abusing the plant, then I'm okay with it. But I wouldn't like smoke with them type of thing.
mm.
Like no, that's definitely a no. And right now they're very little, so I don't have to worry about that for like a whole other few years. So I feel good about it.
Right.
But I've thought about it, and who knows? Maybe I change my mind, or like you know. But for the most part, I'm like really big on like educating right people, and with my mom, that was something that I had to do, and it was so hard because I was living with her at the time, or even now, but at the time we were elsewhere, and like we were in a very small like apartment thing or a basement. Actually, we were in a basement, so it was small. And so I would see her often. Like it wasn't so big, so if we were in the kitchen and I was passing to my room, like I would see her.
Right.
And so during the pandemic is when I was smoking a lot and more than the usual. And she'd be like, "Otra vez," and I'm just like, "Dang, like I feel like a crackhead. Like don't say that. What do you mean? Like right now, this is what's helping me. Like you know, uncertainty, anxiety at the time. So then she also made me realize, like, damn, yeah, I am kind of smoking a lot, so I gotta chill. But it also made me realize, like, I can tell her about it. Like she is always working. I am always working. So before the pandemic, we would never see each other.
Mm.
Like we would never see each other. And then during the pandemic, during the lockdown, she was out of a job and I had like a few hours. So we'd see each other more. I'd get
Yeah.
home and I would see her and then she'd be like, "Otra vez," and I'm just like, dang. Um so I started telling her about
But
it.
you smoke outside?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
smoke outside. Like I was very respectful
Mhm.
of it too. Like I'd get back in, wash my hands, you know, although my some of my clothes would smell. That's when she'd realize, and then I started like telling her about it, and then I also like you know, I have my own backup. Like I'm a mom of two. I take care of business. You know, I'm going to school, I'm going to work, like you know where like I am not lazy or anything like that, so where am I, why is this bad, like why are you, you know. And then she's like, then she realized, like, you know what, you're right. Like I'm like, yeah, I'm like not slacking in anything.
Yeah. It's like so demonized and shit.
Yeah, and it's so right, like god forbid we smoke some weed in our culture. That's crazy.
Yeah. Um, I think it's tough for different people. Me, compa and I also we talk about it. He started smoking young,
Hmm.
Yeah.
But even then, it's not like you do it in front of your mom or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
no, never. But I mean, still, they, I mean, it's been like you said, an X amount of years for me, probably fucking close to 20 years,
Yeah.
and she's still to this day like she's so weird about it. She'll be like, "Otra vez con esas cosas." Like she'll never say like you're smoking weed. I know you're smoking. Estás fumando marihuana. Oh, con esas cosas que hacen, blah blah blah.
Can't
Like,
even
and
say the name.
she won't say it. Yeah,
Right.
and it's just like.
Fucking
You ain't
Voldemort.
She don't want
Yeah,
to. She don't
but
want to
same
accept
shit,
that her
I
son
yeah.
is
go to
smoking
work,
that reefer.
I do what I gotta do, man. It's like chill.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
We're not that far away from the kids smoking in front of you. Eh? I'll tell you why.
That-
Because
I
we're
said
smokers.
that the other
Way.
day. I said that the other day. I mean, I don't know. Like I picture it being close, being able to just be like, fuck,
Yeah. I think it's very
I'm
close.
35 years old or whatever. Boom. If I want to smoke a fucking joint, well, at least maybe if it's at my place, if it's at my place and I gotta do what you gotta do. But
I mean, my son is 7. Way.
everyone's
I've
doing
said it, right? Like,
yeah.
by the time he's 21, I'm going to be able to be like, go to 7-Eleven, way, give me this 80 of fucking blah, blah, blah. Like, it's going to be like that.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing, bro. I think it's a good thing, and it's con que esté todo pinche regulated and it's clean. It's not no fentanyl on it. I'm fine with that.
Right.
I'm fine with that. I'll
No
take that shit.
Always.
Y para allá va todo el pedo, güey. Psychedelics. I mean,
Well, it's definitely better than drinking a lot.
bro,
And then
Hell
you get
yeah.
hungover.
no
Ooh,
hangovers,
I
way.
don't
Like,
like hangovers.
I don't get the
Yeah.
fucking drinking and hanging over, way. Like, what the fuck?
And then saying, I'm never drinking again.
Yeah.
And then drinking.
And then drinking again.
And then honestly, bullshit aside, you fucking, even people are listening and watching, you do bad decisions when you're drunk.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't
And if-
lie.
Definitely.
And if you're high, they're high decisions. Wait, like, it's not like, you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
You're just high as fuck, right? But it doesn't
Yeah,
mean.
you
but
could do
when-
some goofy shit.
Yeah, but when you're drunk,
You'll
wait,
crash. Being drunk, you'll crash. High, I don't think you'll ever crash because you're just fucking.
you might crash,
driving
but you'll be
slow.
going like 10 miles an hour away. Like, no hay
A
pedo.
10 mile an hour hit.
Or they're gonna beep at you, wait, because you're in the red light, but it's the red light in the block afterwards, way. And you're just like, what?
All right, that's happened to me.
Yeah, plenty. of
Or
times.
you're in the stop sign, but it's got the flash. You're just there, way. Waiting for that
That's how
day,
you
güey.
know.
Como que ya
That's
se
how you know.
tardó esta pinche luz, güey. And you're like, oh, it's a sign. I see it. Nigga.
Yo.
But that's it, way. O sea, you're not gonna do.
You're not going to hit somebody.
You're not gonna hit somebody. You're not gonna pick the wrong girl when you're high. I mean, when you're drunk, you are.
Okay.
You do bad decisions, way. You just fucking bad, everything, way. It's just not. Just get high, bro. I mean, why not?
Better.
Smoke weed.
Definitely.
Un pinche chocolatito, way.
Monguito.
A little microdose of a little shroom, way. Fucking get your day going.
You want to have a good time. You want
I
to
think
feel
so.
great.
You just want to feel great. Because you tell me to have a good time, tienes que consumir más, güey. ¿Verdad?
We have a good time. We don't do that much.
Yeah, you're right. But when you go to Guadalajara and the light show y todo el pedo,
Oh, that's
That's Guadalajara.
yeah, that's different.
it's a different,
That's different.
but it's better.
Yeah, but the mushrooms is cool too.
Okay. That's true.
Just a little
All of above.
bit.
But yeah, how about your social medias? Where you at on social media? I mean, or online store, all of that. If you want to drop that now, de una vez para antes que se nos olvide, because that's another thing. Se nos olvida la chingada fumando.
Yeah, I have an online store. It's AK47. So it's AK407 at bigcartel.com.
Big cartel.
Yeah, you can find my drops there. There's a few things there that I just found in my closet. But for the most part, yeah, the drops are very limited. So I don't really like re-drop drops. There's
Okay.
been a few. Like this sure I have maybe something else, but it's kind of like a one-time thing. So it keeps it very limited. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Hmm
And the Instagram?
My Instagram is AK47. That's AK407. And then Runners High, it's Runners High Shy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You guys fuck with the TikTok and all that shit too, or no?
No, I'm trying to start, but man, that's very time consuming.
Hell yeah. Are you TikTok? Like, do you like being on it at least? And
No,
shit?
I'm not on it like that.
Scroller. Hell
If
yeah,
someone
you're like
sends me something,
Yeah,
I'll
compa, don't
see
fuck
it.
with it.
Or like if I have to look for something really quick, I'll go in there, but I'm not like scrolling all day. That's what I'm afraid of. So I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's addicting.
He's
You're a
like,
scroller. You're a scroller.
Bart makes TikToks.
Yeah,
He's a
nah,
TikToker.
nah.
No, actually, Bart's not on. I
Yeah.
mean,
I
No?
tried it, but it's
¿qué
not
no le
my-
gusta, güey? ¿Qué no le gusta el TikTok?
I don't know, it's just more confusing to me. It's just too much.
Mm.
to do
It
all
is a lot of shit going on. Like,
that, you know?
There
it's
is
so,
a lot.
it's so
I still
crazy.
don't know the
just-
whole
I don't know
thing.
how to. Yeah, I don't know how to.
Yeah,
I made like 3 videos on the Compas page, and that was
that was it.
hard for me.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's fucking time consuming, period, way.
Yeah.
I know, like, everybody, like, oh, anybody could be a fucking TikTok. Nah, wait, not everybody. Try it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you can't be lazy. You know, you got to go and edit. You got to go and pick the right shots and blah, 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 and do it over y cuanta madre. So, shout out to everybody that does do it as a influencing fucking business shit. Porque está muy cabrón ese pedo.
Yeah. It ain't me.
Yeah. It ain't my compa Bart.
But yeah. Yeah, we're only on Instagram right now. So
Badass. Well, thank you so much for coming. I mean, I think that, you know, everything that we kind of wanted to know of you because we didn't know that much just from the outside. I mean, hit some good topics as far as like everything that you do and everything that we want to check out. And I hope that it's not the last time that, you know, you come on. We like to bring on like people that we do like talking to and stuff like that. 3-4 months just to catch up and see what else new you got going on. 3-4 months would be when the running club would start.
yep.
Hence my boy.
And Bart is gonna
Hence
be
my
in it.
boy.
We'll talk about
be
it.
like,
in a
how was
few
that
months,
run?
Yeah, we'll
6
talk
months.
about it on the next
It's been
spot.
6 months, yeah.
Pero see,
After
everything
the
else,
running club.
we're super down. It was a pleasure meeting you.
For sure.
Likewise, this
Hell
is
yeah.
fun.
It was a good 100th episode for sure.
Definitely.
¿Cómo ve usted, compadre?
Congratulations. That's
Thank you.
crazy.
It was the shit. I mean, I love the whole concept behind the brand. You know,
Cool.
dope, and it's just dope that to see that even though you're high, you know, you could do all these freaking things. You could be a mom. You could go to work. You could start all these freaking businesses and plan these events and stuff. It's a shit, bro. It's what we need.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
More people who are.
It's a new thing. I think I'm seeing on TikTok. There's things like called high moms or some shit like that. And, you know, they just fucking, they literally journalize their life of
That is
being a mom
I.
and smoking way.
There you go.
It is a little bit of a trend, I guess you could say. Or just not
It's
a trend,
a
but
community. It's
yeah,
a community.
it's a community. There you
Yeah.
go. Vienen con todas las mujeres, compadre.
Hell yeah.
2024 de ellas. But thank you very much. It was awesome, compadre. Congrats on the 100th, buddy.
Likewise.
I'll see you again in a couple
brother.
days. A todos los que nos están escuchando y viendo, keep subscribing.
Hell yeah,
My compa
subscribe.
still needs that 1,000 subscribers on
I haven't
YouTube.
got there yet, bro.
We're getting to 1,000 followers on Instagram.
I
Pero
haven't
pues monetizing el YouTube, no sean culos.
No
Subscribe.
sean culos. You heard?
Hey,
Go subscribe.
subscribe right
like,
there. Pues no mames.
comment, algo, ¿verdad?
Pon algo a la
They're
chingada.
gonna
Mándanos
start
a la
talking shit
verga.
on
Mándanos.
Carmen.
Mándanos a la verga. You guys suck. Fuck it. Just tell
Algo.
us.
Give
We
us
don't care.
give us some negative feedback.
Fuck
I don't
it.
give a
Any,
shit.
any feedback is good feedback.
Yeah, bro.
Talk shit to Bart.
Talk
Just
shit
kidding.
Shit. Talk shit, motherfuckers.
I mean, compadre
We love
Fry,
Bart.
he's here
Thank you for
helping us out with the camera work. Thank you to my
Yes.
compa. Hey,
man,
congrats,
Fry.
compa, 100th episode.
Congrats.
All that
And
work.
how are you?
Congrats.
Al compa Mechudo, a mi compa George, thank you guys for doing all the behind the scene editing.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, all of us sponsors, thank you guys for believing in it. Más que nada. Ya se la sabe, viejones. Ana Karen, thank you very much. Ahí estamos para la otra, viejones. La pura positiva.
Well,